I'm gonna read from the Titanic book. Okay, that part of the video was kind of wasted because I didn't really need to show that, but I wanted to. It was inspired by Half Asleep Chris. Yeah. I'm just I'm gonna read a chapter from a Titanic book that I got from my teacher. And it's gonna be chapter 4, one of my favorite chapters. Okay, so it begins at chapter 4. Iceberg. As dawn broke on Sunday, April 14, the Titanic was heading into dangerous waters. Captain Smith had already received several warnings from other ships that there was an ice in the area. At first, the captain was not overly concerned. There was often ice in the sea lanes between England and America at that time of year. Sea lanes are the routes ships travel on the ocean. And fun fact, this is actually a Magic Tree House research guide of the Titanic. So yeah. By 2 a.m., 2 p.m. that afternoon, while Captain Smith had received 4 more ice warnings to avoid the ice, he ordered his crew to change the course of the ship. The Titanic would now travel farther south than originally planned. Captain Smith also ordered his lookouts in the crow's nest to keep a careful watch if they saw any ice. They were to call the bridge if they saw any ice. They were to call the bridge at once. The bridge is the room from which the captain and his officers steered the ship. The crow's nest is a lookout station high above the top deck of a ship, and I'm sure you know what that is. Captain Smith thought that if the lookout spotted ice, there would be time to slow down and steer around it. So he did not reduce the ship's speed, although he should have, because then they wouldn't have it in the iceberg. The weather on Sunday grew colder. By dinner time, the temperature was just about freezing. At 7:30 p.m., Harold Bride, the Titanic's assistant wireless operator, overheard a message being sent to another ship. The message said there were 3 large icebergs in the area. He delivered the message to the bridge. Captain Smith was not there. He was having dinner with some of the passengers. He never received the message. At about 9 p.m. that night, by the way, 9 p.m. is the time that I'm supposed to go to sleep. So by then I will probably be asleep. Anyway, Captain Smith went to the bridge. At about 9 p.m. That night, Captain Smith went to the bridge. The night was clear. The seas were very calm. The Titanic was traveling at nearly top speed, about 26 miles per hour. Captain Smith ordered the officer in charge to slow down only if it became hazy. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but it's a weird word. It's a weird word to say. If it becomes at all doubtful, let me know at once, he said. I shall be just inside. Then he went to his cabin and got ready for bed. Half an hour later, the wireless room received another ice warning. The message reported a great number of icebergs in the Titanic's path. Wireless operator Jack Phillips was very busy. The wireless had broken down the day before. Now he had a big stack of passenger messages to send. Phillips wrote the ice message down. Then he set it aside. The warning was never delivered to the bridge. One last ice message came in around 10:55 p.m. It was from a ship not far from the Titanic. The message said, "We are stopped and surrounded by ice." Jack Phillips was still busy sending passenger telegrams. The ice message interrupted his work. He signaled back with a very bad message. Here's the message. It said, shut up, I am busy." He probably should have known better. No one but Phillips ever got that warning. Collision. Just before 11:40 p.m., one of the lookouts saw a dark shape sticking out of the sea. It was right in the Titanic's path. The lookout rang his bell 3 times, the signal for danger. Then he picked up the phone to the bridge. "What do you see?" asked the officer in charge. "Iceberg, right ahead," the lookout shouted back. The officer on the bridge sent a message to the men in the engine room. He ordered them to slow the ship as quickly as possible. Then he turned the ship's wheel as far as it would go. There was a pause, and slowly the ship began to turn. For a moment, it looked as if the ship might miss the ice completely. Then there was a bump. The bump was followed by a scraping sound. The Titanic had struck ice. Jack and Amy present All About Icebergs. Okay, this is it. Jack and Amy present All About Icebergs. Jack and Amy present All About Icebergs. Icebergs are huge volcanoes of glaciers or ice sheets that float into the ocean. A glacier is a gigantic mass of slowly moving ice that grows over the years. Icebergs are much bigger than they seem. That's because most of an iceberg floats beneath the surface of the water. It makes them seem small. Most icebergs in the Atlantic Ocean came from glaciers in Greenland. Scientists think that's where the iceberg that the Titanic struck came from. The iceberg season in Greenland lasts from February through October. Fun fact, I was born in February. Anyway, this iceberg was photographed on April 15, 1912. Researchers think it might be the iceberg that the Titanic struck. Here is that photo. You can't see it very well because they didn't have very good cameras back then. And I moved on to chapter 5, but I can't read that chapter because I already said I would only read one chapter, but it was fun to look about. So, bye.